Hello everyone, welcome to the Adkup show. Recently, Afghanistan and Pakistan had an intense military conflict. Pakistan accused Afghanistan of supporting terror outfits. On October 8, 2025, Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan (TTP), which is the main party accused in this conflict, unleashed attacks in Pakistan's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa region, which included a bombing near a police training facility. Dozens of security personnel and civilians were injured and killed, adding to TTP's 600-plus attacks in 2025 as per ACLED data. Pakistan blames TTP's Afghan bases for orchestrating these strikes. The group's ability to operate across porous border, exploiting rugged terrain and tribal networks makes it a persistent threat for Pakistan. So on October 9th, Pakistan retaliated with an airstrike in Kabul's District 8, targeting TTP leader Nur Wali Masood and another in eastern Afghan marketplace. The strike fails to kill Masood but caused civilian deaths as per Taliban reports. Afghanistan condemned this as a sovereignty violation which escalated the tensions. By the way, this issue is neither new nor straightforward. There are several dimensions to this which we're gonna discuss in this video. So TTP's presence in Afghanistan is the spark. Pakistan sees these strikes on Kabul as self-defense, while Afghanistan views them as aggression. This deepens the military dimension of the conflict. By October 11th, this conflict exploded and became Afghanistan versus Pakistan, where Taliban was directly involved. Now this Taliban is different from Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, which is carrying out terror attacks on Pakistan. This Taliban is currently running a government in Afghanistan. Videos surfaced where both sides were caught doing brutality with each other. Obviously, I can't show those videos because YouTube will not allow it. Both sides are claiming that they have killed more, but it looks like Afghanistan has caused a bigger damage to Pakistan. However, Pakistan has showed some kind of restraint so that this conflict could end. By October 15th, both sides agreed to have a ceasefire for 48 hours. According to media reports, this ceasefire was brokered by Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and maybe some other parties. Pakistan has accused Afghan Taliban of supporting TTP. Now the question is Afghan Taliban really supporting TTP? And the answer to this question in one word is yes. Afghanistan is supporting and funding TTP against Pakistan. But before we look into why Afghanistan is doing this, we need to know what is TTP and what exactly they are trying to achieve from these terror attacks in Pakistan. So this group was founded in December 2007 by Baitullah Masood. It emerged as an umbrella coalition of various militant groups operating in Pakistan's tribal areas, particularly in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa region. It formed in response to Pakistani military operations targeting militants in the region post 9/11. So TTP has always been anti-Pakistan, just like Afghan Taliban. Ideologically, they follow Taliban and are closely aligned with them. They are Islamists who are seeking to impose a strict version of Sharia on Pakistani state by overthrowing their government and military. Now the question arises, why Afghanistan is doing this? I mean, they should be more focused on building their country. The answer to this question is not straightforward, and one must know a bit of history of that region. You see, the line which divides Afghanistan and Pakistan is called Durand Line, which was drawn by Sir Durand and Afghanistan's ruler Amir Abdur Rahman Khan in 1893. This line established a border between British India and Afghanistan, which is now the border between Pakistan and Afghanistan. But guess what? Afghanistan initially accepted this border but later claimed it was signed under pressure and threats and divided ethnic Pashtun communities, which is pretty much true. We can't know what exactly was happening in that region 137 years ago, but we know for the fact that this border separated one ethnic groups into two parts. Just like Afghanistan, Pakhtunkhwa region is also dominated by Pashtuns. In fact, there are more Pashtuns in Pakistan than in Afghanistan. So what Taliban is trying to do is to take back that region, and TTP is aligned with that goal. However, Afghanistan doesn't have enough power or resources to take over Pakhtunkhwa region, so they fund these attacks in order to weaken the Pakistani state. Pakistan has pressured as well as negotiated with Afghanistan to stop TTP and also other militant outfits. But Taliban has said that they don't fund nor control TTP. To be honest, Taliban cannot take action against TTP beyond a point because TTP has a support of locals. If Taliban pushes TTP too much against the wall, then that will weaken the government in Kabul. The problem is that TTP is highly tribalistic in nature. They have support not just in Afghanistan and Pakistan, but also within the Taliban cadre. Afghanistan is not really a united country. People have loyalty towards their tribes first and then the government. TTP is majorly Pashtun-dominated group. So by using TTP and other tribal militant outfits, Kabul makes sure that Afghanistan remains stable. By doing this, Kabul also gets an opportunity to keep Afghanistan as a Pashtun-dominated country. Pakistan is trying to eliminate TTP more than a decade now, but they have failed in doing it. In fact, TTP has become stronger after America left Afghanistan. This happened because TTP is ideological and tribal in nature. What I mean is that it's the nature of that region. If TTP is eliminated, then some other groups will rise with same ideology and goals. So TTP might have 6,000 to 10,000 members in it, but ideologically it has millions of followers. The Afghanistan-Pakistan border is actually a mess, and the only solution to this mess is complete dominance of one single power. That's why Pakistan, since its creation in 1948, has always tried to dominate and keep Afghanistan under control. But here's the catch. Even Pakistan doesn't have enough resources, capacity, and capability to completely dominate the entire region. In fact, Pakistani state is barely able to manage its own internal stability. In this case, they sometimes fight with TTP and other militant outfits, and sometimes they try to negotiate with them when the exhaustion hits. The current situation is such that there is no single power or entity which can dominate that entire region. There are several groups which try to dominate each other in every field, from economics to politics to religion. This phenomena is not new to that region. This has been happening for several centuries now. Basically, Pashtuns have never been good at generating revenues, administration, and trade. Dominating each other is what that region demands for survival. The Punjabi ethnic group which dominates Pakistan is the most successful, powerful, and prosperous group in that region. And guess what? Afghans are fighting against that group in order to establish their dominance over them. And if they don't fight, then Punjabis will dominate them in every field. So the moral of the story is Afghanistan and almost half of Pakistan are permanently destabilized for several centuries, and there is no exact solution to this problem. There is no factor which can unite or stabilize that region. When Pakistan was created, Islam was the uniting factor, but it didn't last for too long. Economically, that region was never prosperous. It was only about survival and having loyalty to their respective tribes. As of now, violence has stopped, but soon you'll hear that TTP has carried out another attack and Pakistan has retaliated. This cycle will keep on repeating until the entire region falls apart. So what people are calling terrorism is actually the nature in which that region exists. If you found this analysis insightful, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. What do you think could be a permanent solution for that region? Drop your thoughts below and let's keep the conversation going. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.